Hello and welcome to. I'm making myself laugh, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. That's because the feel good factor for Musty. Welcome to Midweek Blues with the Robster and Wez. Good evening, my friend Wez.
Good evening, Robster. It's Monday Night Blues.
Yeah, Monday Night Blues. It could have been a Tuesday, could have been a Wednesday, but it's Monday.
Well, yeah. It's a Monday because Robbie's off on his jollies.
Yeah, we're off for a little while, so that's me out the equation. So we thought, you know what? Let's have a little debrief. Let's have a little chat about life.
Yeah.
So dominantly about Everton, but other things might come up. Other clubs might just come into the sort of into the equation because I've got a little gripe about that team we played yesterday, and a certain individual that used to be a Premier League referee who's feathering his own nest.
Oh yes.
So we should we talk about that now, mate, or should we talk about that nice?
I think the elephant in the room is the statement, isn't it? And you know what? I can see why they've done it because we've had bad decisions that's gone against us. The club's never put a statement out like that questioning the integrity of an official.
I don't think anyone has, have they, Wes, to be honest.
I think managers
might have had a little.
Yeah, managers have done in the past, but not to the point where the club has put an official statement out. Which I thought was a bit below the belt.
So what are you saying? Atwell's corrupt? Is that what they're saying?
Well, basically, they're not saying Atwell's corrupt. They're basically, in so many words, saying that they wrote to the PGMOL and raised the concerns about Stuart Atwell being the VAR ref and that he was a Luton fan. But ultimately, like Everton winning didn't do Luton a favour. A draw would have done Luton the best favour they could have done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So is the gripe against, it's not really against Everton, it's more towards the PGMOL because they've been on the receiving end of a few negative forces this season. That's what they're saying, isn't it?
Yeah, but like I said, it's happened to us, and I feel for them because we've been in that position, for the past few years where we've had decisions that haven't gone for us. But you just have to crack on. You can't go putting statements out, on Twitter or and basically questioning the integrity of an official.
Did you see the interview with Nico Williams?
Yeah.
I mean, they were clearly livid, weren't they, at the end of the game because he went, well, that wouldn't happen to the top six.
Yeah, and you know what? Everybody's had to say on it today, and pretty much of the thinking that maybe one of them three penalties, what they said was stonewall penalties, was probably a penalty, and that was the one where he should have been sent to the monitor and reviewed it, but the VAR official never
sent it to
the. That was the third one. The third one where the ref said he's got the ball and he didn't get the ball. Yeah. So to me that was a penalty, but the other two weren't. The other two weren't penalties, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you think that Young was kind of like a bit gangly and a bit clumsy, and it's kind of like not the first time? I'm not here to slag him off, but I've looked at them through slow motion, and it's kind of like he's. I mean, I've definitely seen them given, and they've definitely been given against us without a shadow of a doubt. But what's your thoughts? Was he a bit?
I think if it's the other end, our fans would be screaming for them. You know what I mean?
And you can scream all you want. We've never got them.
But I think that's the issue, though, isn't it? Is that you can make as much noise as you want, but when you don't get them and you know that they are, or you know, at least one of them should have been, then you kind of, you know, saying dark forces are at work and all this, that, and the other. But the fact that you know, the fans can say what they like, but clubs can't. That's the difference.
So, Wes, are the dark forces, are they working? Are the dark forces within the Premier League that are working on a weekly basis?
Who knows? But do you know what? It's like, it's kind of like, why would the Premier League want Forest to go down? Why would they want Everton to go down? And maybe because they want Luton, the little plucky Luton, to stay up. Who knows? You know what I mean? So
Well, Wes, we've got 72 watching on a Monday night. Well, this is great, isn't it? And that's just on this side, and there'll be more watching on YouTube. So, somebody asked who won the Derby ticket
yeah,
on here, and it was a guy called Martin. That's all I know on that one. So I don't really know.
yeah. He's been on the he's been a host on the channel before, but he's left because of personal reasons. But yeah, he was the winner, completely drawn at random. But that's all we've heard, isn't it? Like, Ryan hasn't said whether he's come forward to claim it or what, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
So lovely to see you all. We're going to be chatting for about maybe an hour or maybe a little bit less about Everton,
Yeah,
about the
and
forthcoming fixtures.
we're gonna try and get through as many comments as we can, because I felt that me and Aussie Chris go waffling on yesterday a bit too much about the game. Missed a lot of comments today, and we want your voices to be heard. You know what I mean? So we're going to try and get through as many comments as we can tonight. So I hope that you've all got plenty to say.
Yeah, so we'll just click away every so often, and we'll change the subject matter as and when. So we had a little chat about Ashley Young. It was a great 3 points. I personally thought Ashley Young was a little bit clumsy, and if he does play on Wednesday and he does what he did against Forest yesterday, it's going to be a penalty all day long,
Yeah,
without a
yeah.
shadow of a doubt. I'm
I
just
think
tipping
that's
that
the
one.
thing, Yoan, isn't it? I think that's the argument, isn't it? Is that the fact that if it's a so-called, you know, Sky Big Six, they probably get maybe 2 out of 3 of them penalties, maybe all 3, but you
Yeah,
get at least one. You know
yeah.
what I mean? So you know, we know that the big teams tend to get the decisions. So I think that's a lot of the argument. I think the Forest were making, and like I said, I do feel for them, because we've been in that position ourselves plenty of times, and we've
But
got
did
nothing.
they feel for us, Wes?
No, because they didn't. They certainly didn't feel for better when he was lying unconscious on the ground, and he was calling them, you
Naughty.
know, scouts, cheating bastards, and all this, that, and the other.
Absolutely, like, totally unacceptable. It's things like that that make you just go, do you know what? I hope you do get relegated, because there's no place for that. You just divvies. There's no place
Yeah,
for you. It's just absolute dire.
yeah. There's no call for it. Like, you know, the lads knocked out on the floor.
Yeah.
You
What
know,
do you make of? I thought it was a strange one, by the way, when Notts Forest appointed an ex-Premier League referee as
he's just a
their
mercenary, isn't he?
advisor.
Just a mercenary.
That's an interesting word, that, mate. Yeah.
He
Uh,
is. That's all he is.
doesn't need the money. Doesn't need the money. Absolutely does not need the Wonga. He's
No.
he's he's minted. He's
Yeah.
absolutely minted. But people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, should they? We've
No.
seen him in action. I've seen him in action on the side
Yeah.
on the side of the pitch doing the job I used to do, and had conversations with him at half time and at full time and before the game, and I've seen some of the absolute joke of decisions that he's made, and yet here he is yesterday, like, justifying his existence. And do you know what, mate? He's not going to be on the minimum wage, him, at Notts Forest.
Oh, I know. but he's also doing gladiators, isn't he? Didn't he go? He didn't go abroad to ref in Saudi
Saudi,
League or
yeah,
something.
went to Saudi to coordinate and
Yeah,
raise the standards and whatever of officiating. I mean, he, as a ref, he got to the top of the
and
tree, didn't he? He was a
don't
UEFA
forget,
ref.
don't forget as well. He was the one who refereed the derby, sent Tony Ibbott off, and denied us a penalty right at the end of the game.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I mean?
just when you just see things like that, you just see Notts Forest and I go, what are you doing? What are you doing there? It's never been done before, and you kind of get why it's never been done before. Will it work? No. Are you expecting to get an advantage from having him getting in touch with? Because apparently he had a direct conversation with Howard Webb before the fixture and raised the concern about Stuart Atwell being a Luton fan. And Howard Webb put him straight, apparently,
Did
reading
he?
between the lines and said, well, he ain't getting moved, so get on with it.
It'd be interesting to know whether he was well liked amongst the refereeing fraternity.
He was.
Was he?
Yeah, he was, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I say that as kind of the stuff I used to do behind the scenes, and I'd meet who I'd meet and whatever. And I used to not play one off against the other because that's kind of like unprofessional. But I'd have a conversation about something that had happened the previous week or midweek or whatever. And trust me, some of the referees would actually say, and they used to use the terminology, which is kind of not like what we do in Liverpool. It's not a Liverpool saying, but not of Clattenburg. This is of certain other individuals. Robbie, he's a cock him. And that means that's what you used to say, and that means obviously clearly they don't rate them, they don't like him, and whatever. And I've got to say, two of those individuals were just like so unapproachable. It was like, hey, I wasn't
Yeah.
looking for autographs and stuff like that, but communication skills of a dodo.
Yeah. Horrible.
Yeah.
So Barry saying it wasn't a good performance yesterday, but I'll take the 3 points. I thought first half we were probably the better team, and then second half we kind of like dropped off and allowed them to come on to us. But it wasn't a great performance, but it was an improved performance. I'll say that. And
Yeah.
it couldn't get much worse after the Chelsea game, could it? So, but I think based on recent performances, it was probably one of the better performances.
Yeah, when you've been tonked big time and you've been made to look like divvies as they did at Chelsea. There's, they could have turned up yesterday and literally, I mean, we were worried, weren't we, before the game? We were sort of going, well, when we used that term, hope again. I went for 2-1, you went for a 1-0. But in the end,
It was
it was a
somewhere in
job.
between.
It was a job well done, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a job
Considering
well done.
what happened Monday, and it was 5 or 6 days later. So they didn't come out on the pitch and bottle it, which
No.
which gives us a bit of hope between now and the next 5 cup finals that we've got.
Yeah, and we said it on the pre-match, didn't we, yesterday, that us as fans were a bag of nerves yesterday. So you can imagine how the players were feeling.
Yeah.
And we're not the ones under pressure playing on the pitch. So you imagine, the pressure that's on them to perform and get a result. And he did the business. Like I say, we're in a vintage performance, but it was enough to get the job done. But
and a confidence boost, Wes.
Yeah. So just going back to one of the comments here, I'm just trying to find it now. Where is it? Mr. Blue Skies. Yeah, Garner did play, and obviously he played for us at right back. I'd play Garner at right back because he's done a good job, and I don't know whether he played for the under-21s because I didn't watch that. But I'll take it as gospel what Mr. Blue Skies is saying, that he played at right back for England under 21s. So, do you take Ashley Young out of that position on Wednesday and put James Garner in there, and obviously then Liverpool are going to pinpoint that area. You know what I mean? But
if they played Garner or if they played Young,
if they played either of them,
right?
I think because they'll see Young as a weak link, and obviously if they were playing Garner in there, then they see him as a player playing out of position, so they target that area. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we must emphasise this is not an anti Ashley Young
No,
stream. We're
no.
merely talking about how we see it and tactics and whatever. And I'm trying to say, Wes, a game yesterday, a midweek game, and a game at the weekend. That's 3 games in a week for a guy who's nearly 40. Hey, mate, he's fit. But
If
is
he
it the right thing
plays,
to do?
I say if he plays all three,
Yeah.
but like I say, James Garner for me when he played right back for us, I think it was near the end of the season, wasn't it? I'm not sure. Was it against Bournemouth? I'm not sure whether it was the last game of the season, but he definitely played right back at some point last season, and he's done a great job. So I wouldn't be that worried about putting him in there again instead of Ashley Young. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, whatever team we put out on Wednesday, it's like before you go out, you've got to kiss your badge and go, I'm going to run through a brick wall on this one.
yeah,
They've had one tonk in this season, so the fans, the Everton fans, literally want to be seen for them to have their heads held high, don't they? And
yeah.
ultimately, I suppose Liverpool fans would see it if they beat us as a nail in the coffin to send us down, and vice versa, with the Everton
But it's
fans
not though.
going,
But it's not though, is it? Is it like if we get beat on Wednesday by Liverpool, that's not going to send us
no,
down.
I totally
But
agree with you. Yeah,
if we
totally
get a
agree.
draw against them, if we get a draw against
Great
them, that's
result.
their title challenge over.
Do you think so?
That's massively. Like they're not going to claw back the points because City have now got a game. Well, they'll have 2 games in hand on Liverpool after Liverpool play Wednesday. I'm not sure. I think I might be wrong, but I think City are playing Thursday.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
So once Liverpool have played on Tuesday, on Wednesday, then Man City will have 2 games in hand, obviously, but one being on the Thursday. So, if they don't beat us, their title challenge is done. There's no way they're winning the league. Not a chance in hell. So there's the big difference. They can't send us down, but we can end their title challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't mean like I get what your point. Maybe I didn't explain it well enough. The fact that we're still not safe and they've put a nail in our coffin because if we got beat on a few other on our remaining fixtures and Luton and Notts Forest won theirs, we're still not
Yeah.
safe, are we? I know someone was saying, "Oh, just
No.
3 points will do it after yesterday," but that's still not enough.
I personally think if we get a draw Wednesday and we win one of our remaining fixtures, I think we'll be all right. I think 4 points
Yeah,
and we'll be all right.
I'd like 6 myself, like out of 5 games at least. 5 games, mate. That's like
But
15 points, isn't it?
Amy, Burnley have got some tough fixtures coming up, but I think they've got like Man United and all that, and Notts Forest have got Man City as well, haven't they? This weekend.
Don't Burnley play Notts Forest last game of the season?
Yeah, yeah. That could be a relegation decider.
Yeah, it could be the decider. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I say, there's a lot of football still to be played, but I'm confident that Everton can get the points that they need to stay up. And I think, hopefully, I said it yesterday after Brentford winning, they're safe now, so they'll be like got nothing really to play for, and the worst teams that you want to be playing at this time of the season is the ones that are down there scrapping. You know what I mean? You want to be playing the mid-table. We've got nothing to play for teams. But most of the games we've got, the teams that are down there scrapping. So
yeah, you're right.
But I think Sheffield United have wrapped their hands in. I think they're done. They know they're gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think we'll get 3 points off them at Goodison. I think we'll probably maybe get 3 points at Brentford at the weekend. And we might get a point or three against Luton. I've got a funny feeling we're going to beat Luton at home. I really do. Can't beat us 3 times in the season, Rob.
Yeah, on their own grounds. Yeah, we owe them one, don't we? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Have you heard about the 777 stuff today that just keeps taking a bit of a twist of the turn?
I read something about it. Is that I think it was the ESC who put something out about their finances being, and it looks like it's on the verge of collapse, the takeover deal, and the club are looking for other investors.
Another investor, yeah, or a partner for 777. I don't know how that works really, because that's kind of like it's. Apparently, if you get a partner, the process will be much quicker.
Yeah, I did say that try and get a point away or 3 points away at Luton, because they beat us twice at Goodison this season, the FA Cup and the league.
Yeah, Peter, how did you get on with your exam last week? Don't forget these things. How did you get on with your exam last week, mate? Because I know you were a bit anxious about it. So
you might not get the results, yeah.
True. So listen, everyone. If you've not, we always have to ask you, because our channel host and founder Ryan always says, don't forget to mention to hit the like and subscribe button. I think we're on close to 7,000 followers. So it's quite a lot, isn't it? It's the tip of the iceberg when you look at the fan TV of Man United, which is 4 million. But most of them, Wes, 3.9 million of them will be abroad.
I think somebody needs blocking there.
Oh, someone needs a good smack around the back of the head. Hey, mate, we'd love to tell you what it is, but hey, fella, go and do one, mate. Absolutely eat you for breakfast, dinner, and tea. Apologies for the rant, but we've got a knobhead who's just infiltrated the stream with his comments. And you know what? He'll be hiding behind a false name as well. So yeah, the ones you wouldn't get tired of slapping.
Yeah, he's just being blocked.
Yeah. Kevin, we know what we do with him, mate, don't we? Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah. he's clearly either a Red or a Luton fan. Or
mate,
he was.
He's just a knobhead.
Yeah.
That's a good Liverpool saying, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, apart from obviously the result yesterday, there's not really been much going on for the changes, it's been more about what Forest have been up to, hasn't it? Since and you know, it would have had to come against us, wouldn't it? Where we're not looking for the limelight and whatnot at the minute.
Well, we had the limelight on Monday, didn't we? Because we got smashed 6-0. So at the end of the day, it's the receiving end, and they go home. They can have their nice little pasta and a glass of champagne. They come to work this morning, do a bit of light training, and then all of a sudden it's like you're into the derby on Wednesday, aren't you? So, but again, with a little bit of confidence, because they never got they got what they wanted yesterday, and it just relieved that pressure, that tension, that mistake.
Like I said, Rob, 3, out of 4 games, we've got 2 wins and a draw and an absolute tonking. That just shows you of the inconsistency of the team, where, like we was maybe expecting to get something out of the Chelsea game, and obviously that turned into a debacle. But we were full of hope, weren't we, going into the Chelsea game? But then
I don't think I was. Do you know? Most people are nice on this planet, mate. Most people are nice people, aren't we? And you always get some plonker on social media or like hiding in the living room or the bedroom coming out with absolute dross.
Yeah.
And oh God, what sad lives they must lead.
Our mate Amy there's off to Hull to watch Hull and Ipswich.
Well,
I hope
Ipswich got a
Ipswich
good,
win, mate. I hope
yeah,
Ipswich come up. You know what? Ipswich, probably one of the big teams that you forgot about. I remember back in the 70s, Eric Gates and all, Paul Mariner and
Paul Mariner,
all them. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
Bobby Robson was the manager.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Great team back in the day.
yeah, it was. Got a chance of coming up, friend, haven't he?
Yeah, they've got a very good chance of coming up.
Yeah,
they had unfortunately they got beat the other week against Norwich in the Old Farm derby.
Yeah. Be interesting to see if that costs them. And they've got an Everton youngster on loan, haven't he?
Nathan Broadhead, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He's
And
been scoring a few goals.
Amy, how was you with your little one treated yesterday after the win?
She'll be smiling along with everyone else. It just makes your day a nicer day. I ate my roast dinner, Wes, and like me roasties and the meat were just like heaven instead of just eating it and thinking, we got beat again.
Yeah, and Peter remembers that as well. Kevin Sheedy taking the free kick twice, putting in one corner and putting in the other.
Bloody hell. I didn't know Peter's not that old, surely. He must have just been Googling that.
He's been on what's naming. He's been on YouTube, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Kevin's off. Hope your eye heals all right, Kev.
Yeah. Mate.
See you later, friend.
Get shut of that chubby jam. Because he'd seriously get knocked out.
Is he back again? He keeps popping up with different names.
Yeah. What a sad life he is, in his little shithole council house.
He'll come up in the name in a minute. Just don't give him the airtime, Rob. Just ignore him. I'll just keep blocking him.
I'm in holiday mode, mate. It's like, you know what? I'm old school. Just reveal yourself.
Yeah.
Instead of hiding like a little knobhead, it's just expose. Just say, listen, if you've got a problem, you've got a problem. But there you go. Because it throws you, doesn't it? It's kind of like you want to have a nice little chat with nice people, and then. But that's society, I guess. That's society for you. Yeah, Sheedy, what a player he was, mate. Sheedy.
Oh, what a player. What an absolute gem of a player. But they all were then. Absolute from the goalkeeper right the way through. And you know what? They were all a team of no bombs, really.
Yeah. Left foot, right foot. Most of them are 2-footed.
Yeah. Mr. Blue Sky's asking Amy there about the Ipswich manager. Now, I'm not that familiar with the Ipswich manager, but I obviously know he's doing a great job. I've never really watched them play football. Obviously, they're in a different league. I don't really watch Championship football. Otherwise, I get too used to it. I mean, it might be playing in there, but do you know what is? I don't even know his name. Rob, do you?
Who?
The Ipswich manager.
No, apologies.
No.
But Amy said that Nathan Broadhead has done wonders for them.
Yeah. And little George said, makes a change to see you happy after watching Everton.
Ellis Simmons banged another one in yesterday, didn't he?
Yeah, and he got an assist for the equaliser, I think, didn't he?
Yeah. It was hard luck in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, they had a goal disallowed at the end, didn't he, for offside. But you know what? What a great fight he put up.
Yeah.
put a better fight up than what we did against Man United twice this season. But then, saying that, we probably should have won both games. We just couldn't put away our chances.
Yeah.
So
it's one of those, isn't it, where you looked across the line. For me, it was a goal. It wasn't offside. But as we've said, for the revenue and the Man City and Man United final, they make more money because they sell it. They sell it across the globe, don't they? As opposed to Man City against Coventry. They won't get as much longer. Simple. No. That's the way I see it anyway.
Yeah. So Eugene's just come on. We've just spoke about Nottingham Forest, Eugene, before you come on, but we'll go through it again. I said we kind of, well, I certainly do. I kind of feel for them a bit in the fact that we've had them decisions that haven't gone for us, and when you're getting them constantly throughout the season, which we have done this season and last season and the season before, it's like it starts to grate a bit, doesn't it, Rob? And then eventually the emotions, overspill, don't they? And then, okay, they released a statement, which they shouldn't have done, and they're going to probably get a hefty fine for it. But maybe they're willing to take that risk, Rob, but through voicing their opinion, and they'll take the fine or whatever that's going to come their way.
Yeah. Gary, that's an interesting one, mate. And I'm not laughing at you. I'm just thinking, who the hell do you rest? Because, or would you kind of bring in your Dan Jumas and your Chimitties, basically? Or what did you think of Chimitty when he came on? What do you think of Chimitty yesterday?
Well, yeah, I think yesterday, in the player ratings, up the player ratings, we turn around and what's name, and I think I give him a 7, even though he weren't on that long.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So he come in, put himself about a bit, got a yellow card. But he needs to channel his energy, in a positive way.
It's the first time, Wes, is it? But he's come on and had a yellow card in less than 5 minutes.
No, but he's like I've seen him stood on the sidelines, and he's an absolute unit, Rob.
Yeah.
He's a monster of a player. I think he's 6'4". I think he's the same height as Beto.
Yeah, and
he's quick as well. But I think what, Gary, like Robbie said there. I mean, resting players. Do you play the likes of Josh Warrington? I think Beto is going to be ruled out anyway, isn't he? Yeah. Do you rest Calvert-Lewin and play Chimitty and? So yeah, I mean, there's not many fringe players there that you can choose from, is there?
No, but I get you. I get Gary's point. We kind of. I'm not saying we throw the game. It's kind of like not what I'm saying. But Brentford is a massive game, isn't it? I mean, the derby's to the fans. The derby's a massive game as well. So, do you remember years ago, Wes? The players played every week. We haven't got Europe. We haven't had the run in the cups. So it's kind of like, would you play the same team as yesterday? Or would you bring in the likes of Dan Juma? And would you play Chimitty from the start?
Yeah.
Or maybe when they played Ellis Sims in the derby, it was a bit sad, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I would. I think I'd play Dan Juma. I'd play Chimitty. But then I played Josh Warrington. The lads being on the bench week after week after week, never got on, and give him a chance. Yeah. Like the derby's not a must-win game. Let's be honest. Yeah. You know what I mean? We can kind of go there and play a bit more freely, but obviously not Chelsea freely.
Yeah, the opposition play their kids.
Yeah, exactly. But we haven't got we got that Mackenzie Hunt and all that on the that came in while we were short on the bench. Can you bring them in and it's just, it gives them a taste of Premier League football, doesn't it, Rob?
Yeah. Without that
Oh,
taste, mate, they just get loaned out, don't they? And they're never seen again.
yeah. You end up getting rid of players down to the lower leagues, and they might end up being superstars, and you never know until they start actually playing first team football.
Yeah, but a good point. 3 games in a week. I think I wouldn't play Ashley Young against Liverpool, me personally. I know Sean
He'll get
Dyche.
absolutely destroyed by Diaz.
Yeah, Sean Dyche likes him clearly, but I think that would be literally kamikaze stuff if he played them against in the derby
Yeah.
on Wednesday. And that's my
You
opinion.
know what? This might be a controversial opinion, right? But I'd be happy to settle with getting beat 1-0. Keep the score down. We don't want a Tonkin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't want us to get beat, Rob. I'm not trying to sound defeatist, but if we're going to get beat, we need to keep the score line down.
Yeah, that 6-0 against Chelsea's crucified our goal difference, which is worth another point, isn't it, in the grand scheme of things?
Yeah, but it hasn't now after Luton getting absolutely smashed by Brentford at the weekend, and obviously we've now got 2 goals on Forest as well.
Yeah, but we could lose that Wednesday, couldn't we?
Yeah, we could lose that Wednesday, but like I said, as long as we don't get absolutely slaughtered on Wednesday, I'd be happy to settle for a 1-0 defeat. But
who would you play?
I don't. Like
Instead
I say,
of Young, Danjuma? Would you put Danjuma in?
Instead of Young?
Young. I mean, sometimes he's been playing midfield, hasn't he?
I'd put James Garner in there at right back.
Yeah.
I'd put Danjuma on instead of McNeil. I'd probably play Virginia instead of Pickford.
Would you?
Godfrey and Keane centre half. But then
why would you rest Pickford just out of interest?
What, mate?
Why would you rest Pickford just out of interest?
Just so that he doesn't get injured.
Yeah.
Because at any point in time, any player can get injured, and if they're a key player, you don't want them injured, especially this time of the season. These players that we need to sort of rest is, they're going to be pivotal to the run in now.
And I like Virginia anyway.
Yeah, he hasn't done himself any harm when he's played.
Not at all.
Yeah, I mean, Peter, I'm not saying I'd be happy with a defeat, but if we only get beat by a small margin, I'd take that. Do you know what I mean? I don't want us to get beat. I want us to beat them, or at least get a point and derail their Premier League title challenge. But if we do get beat, I want us to keep the score level down. And if we are going to play, I mean, we're talking about resting players, right? But then it's kind of a catch-22, because if you do rest the likes of Branthwaite and Tarkowski and bring in Keane and Godfrey, then you're not going to keep the score line down, are you? It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Who are you doing your pre-match with on Wednesday?
Could be me, myself, and Irene. Yeah.
I'll let you know where I am, and if I've got Wi-Fi. And if I've got Wi-Fi, then obviously I'll certainly do my best. I just don't know where I'm going to be at any one time, because obviously the time zone as well. So I'll be in touch on that one.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'm sure, like, maybe one of the other lads. Obviously, the lads that be going to game. Ryan's working.
Yeah, I was very scouse there, mate.
What was working? Every now and again, it comes out.
Wow. Yeah, for those people who don't live in Liverpool, that means he's going to work.
Yeah. So Ryan's
Yes.
going to wear a few shilling.
Yeah.
And Mabsy and I think Mabsy and Jan are all off to the game. So
Yeah.
I might be on my Todd. Maybe Ozzy Chris, but he might be
I-
in work.
Is he doing a watch along?
No, I think he's working, isn't he?
Oh, so no watch along. Oh,
Working.
working, yes. And the game on Sky, is it?
It's on Sky. So
So you don't have to leave the country.
no, this week for the next 5 games, I don't have to jet off. So
Saving a fortune.
Martin won the ticket. That's all we know.
Don't
Mr.
know Matt's
Toffee's.
surname.
We don't know Martin's surname. He hosted a couple of shows on here in the past, but decided to step away for personal reasons. But yeah, he won the ticket. But that's all we know. We don't know whether he's claimed it or whether Ryan's kept it and somebody else has taken it. We don't know. We haven't heard nothing else.
Well, the comments have been coming in tonight, mate, and it's Mr. Toffees. That's nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
cool. Hope he has a great time, and we do as well. Without going into too much detail, I think he's been a bit down in the dumps recently. So yeah, wish him all the best, as we all do with people
yeah,
who are kind of not having nice days. And we have a few folk on here as well who don't have nice days, and that's why we have a little try and have a little chat. So,
yeah.
mate, there's not going to be no midweek blues for a while, is there?
No,
Unless you come on.
the Robsters are off jetting around the world. So Peter's just letting you know there, Rob, that he doesn't get he hasn't had his results, but he's got a feeling that he failed.
Oh well,
Positive thinking there, Peter.
it's
Positive
open.
thinking.
It's open, Peter. I missed that one, mate, even with my glasses on.
Uh, so the Toffee man, get it to shite Wednesday, make ourselves safe and put a massive dent in their tight ropes.
It could happen.
It's not, you know what? It's not a massive dent. It's over. That's as simple as that.
Yeah.
But yeah, great pick up if he's been down. Yeah, I think he lost his job, didn't he? And he was feeling a bit shit, so he decided to step away. So Mr. Blue Sky saying with 4 goals ahead on goal difference in front of Forest. I thought we was
Oh, I thought it
level
was
on
two.
goal difference yesterday, and then obviously we scored
I
the
know.
2
I thought it
goals.
was two, but hey, these are the experts out there, aren't they?
Yeah, well,
Irene's in Italy. Italy. What part of Italy is Irene there, Wes? Can you
it's in
remember?
the Amalfi Coast, isn't she?
Oh my God, what a beautiful place. Yeah, Eugene. Yeah, the press conference will be tomorrow
Yeah.
at half one. So I'll be relying on my friend Wes to ping me messages to keep me updated because I
I
won't
don't
be
even
ruffing.
watch his press conference, mate.
Ah,
I really don't. I've got no interest in what he has to say.
yeah, we're not into the
Not on the
previews, are
nasty,
we?
not in
No.
the nasty way. I just like whatever team gets put out on Wednesday, what we have to go with. He ain't got much to choose from.
Yeah. And as we said on the stream yesterday on the pre-match, how much have we spent over the years? Oh,
So,
Positano.
Mr. Blue Sky is saying Forest go -2, right? So they go down to 14, and we go to 18. Yeah, so it is 4. Yeah, he's right.
Oh, well, yeah, thanks for that. Because I thought it was two.
Oh, because
So,
obviously they got 2 goals taken away.
true.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My maths was not so good there.
So, so, so Irene is in Positano. I don't know whether I said that correctly.
Yeah.
So you got Italian parentage, Irene, is it? Yeah. Very interesting. But yeah, I think we've bored everybody enough, haven't we, mate?
Yeah, mate. I said tonight, didn't I? I said probably 45 minutes. I'll probably be exhausting it because
Yeah.
you're going to be. So what have we got this week, friends? We've got pre-match, and then obviously you've got the game itself, and then you'll have post-match, and then you might have Chris Lights doing some tactical analysis at some point. He's a supervisor down the copper mines in some tiny place over in the States, although he is from Australia, so but massive into his tactics. And then obviously you've got pre-match on Saturday with a 5:30 kickoff against Brentford.
Yeah.
So I think Lighty's on that with you. But if things happen, just ping me a message. Like I say, don't know where I'm going to be, so if I can assist, I'll assist. I just couldn't commit because I just don't know where I'm going to be or the Wi-Fi situation or whatever.
I think we managed to. Get rid of the idiot that kept coming on. Anyway, I think he got bored of getting blocked, so
yeah,
we managed to get shut of him. Absolute fool.
I'll stay polite on that one because sometimes I know we did talk about Robbie's rant going back a few weeks ago, but individuals like that, mate, I won't say. I'll just leave it at that. So beautiful people. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. You will see Wez very, very shortly. It'll be on Wednesday before the derby, and I'll wish you all well. Keep us posted, mate, because I probably won't have access to any, so just keep me posted.
I'll be WhatsApping you, mate.
Yeah, and I'll speak to you all soon. Up the Blues, up the Toffies. Best wishes, everyone. Stay safe.